Hey guys, thanks for watching the Hover Reveal video overview. I'm Steve Harris, and this is our newest widget. What Hover Reveal does is it allows you to hide content within a hover effect on top of an image. So what does that mean? Well, we have all these images on screen, and when I hover over one, we get a bunch of content below. So a title, a description, and then a link. And we have a wide variety of hover effects that you can use on this widget. So of course there's a shutter, a zoom effect. I mean, we've got several really tasteful and really nice effects that you can use to put content behind portfolio images or product images, etc. This widget is super simple to set up as well. We've kept the options panel really straightforward and we've built it for stability. So let's jump into Muse and get started setting up Hover Reveal. So I'm on a blank canvas here in Muse, and if I go into our library panel and drag out the Hover Reveal widget, let's get started looking at the options. So initially when the widget lands on the page, we get just kind of a generic preview image here. This will go away when you add an image to the box itself. So let's open up the flyout panel, and we have kind of our most important effects here on top. So first things first, let's add an image file. So if I click Add File, and I have some files here, the ones used in our demo. So I'm going to open that. And now you can see our preview within Muse changes to the image that we've selected. Now we choose our Reveal Transition Style. So there's a big list in here, but let's just try something like Hinge Up. Okay? And now we have Hover Background Color and Hover Secondary Color. And I'll show you what these mean when I preview in the browser. Basically, the Hover Background Color is going to be used in every single one of these effects. And the Secondary Background Color may be used in an effect, but it depends on which one. So let's just try this without any settings in there. We'll preview it in the browser. And when we hover over it, it goes away and we get our generic content within. If you watch this animation closely, when I first hover over it, you can see that it goes gray for a minute before the orange comes in. So in this case, gray is the secondary background color and orange is the primary background color. So you can go ahead and change those settings here within Muse. The next two option blocks that we have on this widget are primarily for styling and for text control. So in this first block that says Content, it's quite a big panel, so you're going to need to use the scroll bar on the side. At the top of it, we have Content Alignment. So the alignment of that content within the kind of hover image. So we can go left, center, or right. I'll leave it left for now. Now we have the actual text entry field for the content we want. So we could say Hover Reveal, just like that. Of course, now we have font sizes, so let's go to 30. We have a line height or kind of spacing between lines. I'll leave that set as is. Then we have our text color. Below that, we have our description content. So we could say a brand new widget from MuseThemes.com. Okay, now we have font size in there. I'll go up to 16, line height for that as well, and color. And then lastly, we have the style of link that we want to use. So we can use a text-based link or we could use a button. So let's go to a button for now, and the URL is set to go to MuseThemes.com. And we could say download as the actual button text. We'll change that font size to 18. And then we've got the color settings for the text within the button, and below that, the actual button settings itself. So we've got things like radius and the background hover background, even a border color, border width, etc. So I'm going to leave that as is, and let's just quickly preview this and see how it looks. So when I hover over the widget, there you can see we've got our title, our description, and now our download button. So the second option block in this widget is for text styling. So you'll notice in the content area that even though we put in text, we did not specify fonts or anything like that. That's where this text styling block comes into play. So if you open that one up, you'll see we have a title font family, so you can change that to anything you want. And then we just have some styling controls like the font weight, the font style, so normal or italic, or you could even do an underline on the font as well. So just a couple more options here to help you style this to better match your brand or your site. So that's it for the options panel. You can see this widget's really quick to set up. Even though it's very flexible, we've kind of included as many options in the panel as we could to eliminate variables and build this for stability and ensure it works really well on a wide variety of Muse sites. Now in terms of responsiveness on this widget, you'll see if I place it here in the center, and just by default, I'll preview it in the browser. You'll notice if I scale the browser down, the widget scales as well. So this widget is built to be responsive by default. One thing you'll need to be careful of, though, is Muse doesn't have any sort of responsive text. So when I hover over this, you'll see I have a little bit too much text in there for this lower breakpoint. So you'll probably want to swap the widget out on a lower breakpoint if you have a ton of text in there. So I could probably get away with just doing a mobile version of this widget so that I could clean this text up. Another option that you have, of course, is to turn off the responsive resizing option. So we could say none on this widget. Then when I preview it in the browser, it's actually not going to scale up and down at all. It just stays at its perfect height. So in this case, you could move it to a different spot or center align it, and you won't have any issues with the text wrapping or anything like that. The last thing I'll note on this widget is that if you scale the size of this box up and down, the image will indeed scale within the box for you. Now, you'll need to be careful of the preview here in Muse. Sometimes these previews don't represent it accurately and what it's going to look like. So we've had some instances in testing where we scaled the box up and the image within in the preview in Muse didn't seem to scale properly. Just make sure you're actually previewing it in the browser though, because in this case you can see that when I preview it in the browser, the image has scaled up properly and it is the right size. So that's it for our Hover Reveal widget. This was one of the first widgets that we put out to a public beta for all of our members to test, and your feedback really helped us improve it, add new options, and if you have any other suggestions for us, please do send us a note because we will gladly update this widget going forward. Thanks again for watching, and best of luck with this widget. Cheers.